everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about the newest album from Caroline Polachek, Pang. So this is the newest studio album from singer Caroline Polachek, formerly of Chairlift fame. And yeah, I didn't really follow Chairlift too closely when they were going. They disbanded in 2017, and I actually caught wind of Caroline as a singer through her features on Charlie XCX projects, actually. Caroline is sticking with the PC music camp and enlisting Danny L. Harley, that's got majority of the production credits on here, and the results are actually this pretty uplifting and artsy pop record with some pretty big highlights. And honestly, I can't help but think of like Disney at times listening to this. Yes, almost like early 90s Disney, because I mean, for the most part, there are some really enchanting instrumentals, some huge choruses, and some pretty emotional lyrics on this whole LP. And all of it's kind of performed in this very theatrical way, almost like you're watching a ballet. The title track, Pang, is a pretty good example. I'm loving the twinkly instrumental, and the way that the chorus kind of washes over you repeatedly feels like getting hit with a wave of emotion. And I mean, I could be wrong, but the track Go Is a Dream kind of sounds like Caroline's riffing off of the main theme song of Beauty and the Beast. Overall, I mean, the instrumentals on this album are pretty tame and honestly kind of plain in comparison to the rest of the releases that usually come out of PC Music. Now, this record isn't directly associated through PC Music, I know that, and it's clearly not trying to be this zany, off-the-wall, colorful release, but honestly, on some of these tracks, it's just kind of a little boring and leaves a little bit to be desired for me. It didn't really blow me away, but still, by no means is this album generic sounding. If anything, I think Caroline actually steals the show in this record with her vocal performances. Her melodies are really engaging and are really abstract at times, like on the tracks Ocean of Tears, Look at Me Now, and Door. And the track So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings is actually a good example of how she makes the tracks on this album pop. I mean, the core song and instrumental here isn't exactly doing anything special. It's almost a pretty plain, by-the-numbers indie pop track, but Caroline's singing is just very passionate and super catchy. I mean, it's probably the poppiest song on the whole record, but the way that the whole thing kind of comes together has got me doing that indie pop shuffle. Overall, I did enjoy this album quite a bit. I mean, nothing mind-blowing going on here in my opinion, but Caroline does really show herself off as like a pretty impressive singer. And even though I mentioned that the production didn't really blow me away, it still has this kind of unique flair in its minimalism that gives off this theatrical quality. Picture almost like a slower developing artsy pop take on Carly Rae Jepsen even. And with that being said, I'm feeling a 7 over here on Pang. Now, if you're looking to pick this record up on vinyl, she does have a pretty cool pressing up on her website. It's a 180 gram record that looks like this clear with black and gold marbling in it. Links will be down below in the description box as usual. And yeah, let me know what you thought about this new Caroline Polachek record in the comments down below. And as always, thanks for watching. If you want more videos from me, make sure you're subscribed and drop a like down below and ring the bell as well if you want to be notified of when I put out my next review. Peace.